All right, getting ready to dive deep into the world of textile industry machinery. Specifically, we're talking about prepping for a wholesale merchant interview.
Big machines, global deals, intricate supply chains. It's a fascinating field.
Absolutely. And for anyone stepping into this interview, we want to give you more than just answers. We want to equip you to impress with a real understanding of this world. We've got RoleCatcher's resources at our fingertips, career guides, interview guides, even some insights into how AI can help you stand out.
It's amazing how this role demands both technical knowledge and that sharp sense for the market. Plus, of course, being a real people person.
Okay, before we hit those interview questions, let's paint the picture for our listeners. You're aiming to become a wholesale merchant, connecting the dots between companies needing textile machinery and those manufacturers who build them. But what's that actually look like day to day?
Picture yourself navigating this global textile landscape. You're sourcing industrial-grade looms, spinning machines, all those specialized pieces of equipment. You're negotiating large-scale contracts, making sure both the buyers and suppliers are happy, and always keeping your finger on the pulse of this constantly shifting market.
So it's not just about selling a product, it's about understanding how the whole textile industry works. You're like a trusted advisor.
Exactly. And that's what we're here to help you convey in your interview. We're going to break down 9 key questions pulled straight from RoleCatcher. We'll reveal what interviewers are really looking for, how to answer in a way that showcases your skills and knowledge. Plus, we'll weave in insights from RoleCatcher's career guides and even show how their AI tools can take your prep to the next level.
Listener, we were right here with you in that interview hot seat. Let's jump into these questions. First one up. How did you become interested in textile industry machinery? Seems straightforward, but how do you answer this in a way that truly grabs the interviewer's attention?
It's tempting to just say, machines are cool. But interviewers are looking for something deeper your why. What sparked that interest in this specific field? Was it a fascination with the manufacturing process, how fibers transform into fabrics? Or maybe it's the global nature of it all, connecting economies and cultures through textiles.
So instead of, I like big machines, you could talk about, say, the tech advancements in textile production,
No.
like 3D weaving or digital printing. Shows you're not just into the machines themselves, but the evolution and future of the whole industry.
Right, and be specific. Did a particular innovation grab your attention? Maybe the push for sustainable textile production or how automation's making things more efficient? Those are the details that'll make you stand out, show a real passion.
Now, I'm already thinking, what if they follow up with, okay, interesting, but how have you actually explored that interest? What then?
Great point. Anticipating those follow-up questions is key. Here's where you showcase your initiative. Did you attend a textile trade show? Take an online course on textile manufacturing. Even just keeping up with industry blogs and publications shows you're actively learning.
And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can come in handy, right?
Absolutely. Their AI analyzes job descriptions and suggests those relevant skills, keywords to weave into your answers. It can even pinpoint your knowledge gaps and point you to resources to fill them. So you're tailoring your response to what this company cares about.
Okay, next question. This one's more direct. What experience do you have in the textile industry machinery? Now, what if someone's just starting out and doesn't have direct experience in this niche?
Even without experience in this specific sector, you can highlight transferable skills. Think about your past work or projects. Manufacturing, sales, logistics, even customer service, anything showing you grasp these areas is valuable.
So let's say you worked retail. You could spin that to show customer service skills, understanding of sales targets, maybe even insights into what consumers want in textile products.
Exactly. Connect the dots for the interviewer, showcase your potential, and don't forget coursework, internships, volunteer work, anything showing initiative and willingness to learn.
All right, question 3 gets a bit more technical. How do you keep up with the latest trends and advancements in textile industry machinery? So more than just saying, I browse the internet.
Definitely. Be specific. Show you're proactive. Are there industry publications you follow, webinars or conferences you attend? Maybe you're active in online forums or organizations dedicated to textile tech.
This is where RoleCatcher's career guide can be a goldmine.
It is. It's packed with info on industry resources, professional development, even alternative job titles within this field. Use this to craft an answer that shows commitment to continuous learning.
So mentioning specific publications like Textile World or the Journal of Textile Engineering, or a recent webinar you attended on the latest in digital textile printing, for example.
Exactly. You're not passively absorbing info, you're actively seeking it out. And name-dropping technologies or trends relevant to the company you're interviewing with, big impact.
Okay, question 4. How do you ensure the quality of the textile machinery you sell? Technical knowledge time, right?
It is. They want to see you understand quality control, industry standards, that you've got a keen eye for detail. Think about the whole process: sourcing, manufacturing, inspection, testing.
So I talk about things like inspection protocols, testing methods, maybe certifications or warranties that back up the quality.
Spot on. Don't shy away from the technical stuff here. Can you talk about the features and specs that make a spinning machine different from a weaving loom? Speaking the language shows a deeper level of knowledge.
But it's not just about the machines, right? It's about those relationships with suppliers, making sure they're meeting those standards.
Absolutely. Highlight that collaboration with suppliers, factory visits, clear communication to address any quality concerns.
Starting to see the bigger picture here. It's not just selling machines. It's the whole ecosystem, from production to keeping customers happy. Speaking of which, question 5 tackles that. How do you handle customer complaints about the machinery you sell? Ooh, this one feels a little stressful.
It can be, but it's a chance to shine. Show your problem-solving skills and how much you care about customer service. Challenges happen. It's how you handle them that shows your professionalism.
What's the best approach here?
Structure your answer around empathy and clarity. Acknowledge their concerns. Emphasize that you're committed to resolving the issue.
So not getting defensive. You're on their side, finding a solution together.
Exactly. Then outline the steps you take. Contact the supplier. Run tests or inspections. Maybe offer tech support or troubleshooting.
I'm guessing having a system for tracking and resolving complaints would be good to mention.
Shows you're organized, dedicated to finding solutions. Don't forget to highlight communication, keeping the customer informed throughout. Transparency builds trust.
Okay, feeling better about this one. What if the complaint's valid, the machine really is faulty?
Negotiation skills time. Be ready to discuss solutions with both the customer and the supplier. Repairs, replacements, maybe partial refunds. Highlight your ability to find a fair resolution for everyone.
This all sounds great in theory, but how does RoleCatcher's AI actually help translate this into a killer interview answer?
Their interview practice feature is amazing for this. You can record yourself answering, get AI feedback on your content, delivery, even body language.
So not just what you say, but how you say it.
Right. The AI picks up on hesitation, filler words, a lack of confidence in your tone. Then it gives you personalized suggestions on how to improve, project that confident, professional image.
That's amazing. Okay, on to question 6. How do you develop relationships with suppliers of textile machinery? Back to that networking theme.
We are. These relationships are vital for a wholesale merchant. Think of suppliers as your partners in success. You need those strong, mutually beneficial connections.
So how do you go beyond just transactions and cultivate a real partnership?
Go beyond just industry events. Consider factory visits to see their production firsthand, understand their quality control, share market insights and trends, show your value as a partner, and never underestimate staying in touch, building that rapport.
Becoming a trusted advisor, someone who really gets their business and goals.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher's network feature can help you manage those relationships, track interactions, set reminders for follow-ups, store notes. It's like a CRM for your supplier network.
Great tip. Now, question 7. How do you stay competitive in the market for textile machinery? This one feels high pressure.
It gets to the heart of what makes a successful wholesale merchant. Showcase your strategic thinking, your ability to adapt to a dynamic market.
So not just product knowledge, it's understanding the big picture. Trends, competition, what customers need.
Exactly what sets you apart. Deep knowledge of a niche market, sourcing those hard-to-find machines, exceptional customer service.
Staying up to date on the newest tech comes in handy here too, right? Offering cutting-edge solutions gives you an edge.
You got it. And tech can boost your own operations. RoleCatcher's AI can analyze market trends, competitor pricing, even optimize your sales strategies. A data-driven approach is powerful.
Okay, seeing how all these pieces fit together. But let's shift gears a bit. Question 8. How do you manage a team of sales representatives in the textile machinery industry? Might not apply to every role, but definitely important for leadership positions.
True, but even if you're not managing a team right now, your answer shows leadership potential, understanding of teamwork.
What qualities would you highlight here?
Effective communication, delegation, motivation, creating that collaborative environment. Share examples of leading or contributing to a team, even if it wasn't a formal management role.
Okay, let's say you are leading a team and one rep is struggling to meet targets. How do you handle that?
It's about finding the root cause. Is it lack of training? Challenges with a certain client or product? Once you understand the problem, you offer tailored support, coaching.
Being a mentor, not just a boss.
Right. And remember, RoleCatcher has resources for this too. Their skill guides and interview practice can help you refine your leadership and communication.
Awesome. Last question in this set. How do you approach negotiating contracts with clients in the textile machinery industry? This feels high stakes.
It can be, but
Right.
it's your chance to show you can secure win-win deals, protect your company's interests.
What's the secret to successful contract negotiation?
First, understand the client, their needs, their priorities. What are their pain points, their must-haves? Then clearly lay out your own objectives. Be prepared to walk away if the deal isn't right.
A balancing act, assertive yet flexible.
Finding that sweet spot where both sides feel good about the agreement.
Any tips for handling those tense moments when things get a bit tough in the negotiation?
Don't take it personally. Stay calm, focused, objective. Sometimes a little compromise goes a long way in building that long-term relationship.
We've covered a lot, 9 tough questions down, but there's still so much to explore.
We've only just scratched the surface. But remember, these insights are just the beginning. Welcome back to our deep dive. We've tackled some tough interview questions, but let's shift gears and look at the bigger picture, your career path. RoleCatcher's Career Guide lays it all out, those different stages in a wholesale merchant's journey.
A sneak peek into your potential future, right? Let's start at the beginning. Fresh out of school, eager to break into the textile world. What does that entry-level wholesale merchant role usually look like?
Think of it as laying the groundwork. Absorbing everything, assisting senior team members, doing market research, identifying potential buyers and suppliers, getting that hands-on experience.
Lots of learning on the job, picking up tricks for the pros.
Exactly. You might be gathering data on industry trends, putting together reports on competitors, even helping with logistics for trade shows and client meetings. It's about showing those core skills. Active listening, strong research, and a genuine willingness to learn.
The career guide actually gives an example profile for someone at this stage, someone with like a business admin background who did some market research during an internship.
That highlights how important transferable skills are. Even if you don't have specific experience in textile machinery yet, any experience that shows you can analyze, communicate, understand basic business stuff, that's super valuable.
So let's say you put in the time, you've learned the ropes, ready to level up. What does that junior wholesale merchant stage look like?
Now you're taking on more responsibility, more independence, you're doing your own market research, developing relationships with clients and suppliers, even getting involved in negotiations, contributing to those sales targets directly.
Not just shadowing anymore, stepping into the spotlight, putting those skills to the test.
Right. This is also where your passion for the industry can really make a difference. The example at this stage, they've got a proven track record in market research, they've successfully connected buyers and suppliers, and they've got a good grasp of communication and negotiation.
It also mentions having a bachelor's degree in a relevant field, maybe even going for industry-specific certifications.
Important point. Formal education isn't always a must, but it definitely gives you an edge. And those certifications show you're committed to growing professionally, always impresses employers. You're not just complacent, you're always pushing to learn more.
Now, for those who aim for the top, what awaits a senior wholesale merchant?
This is where your leadership skills take center stage. You're not just handling deals, you're leading a whole team of wholesale merchants, creating strategic plans, negotiating those complex contracts, mentoring junior colleagues. You're a driving force behind the company's growth in this market.
The example profile here talks about expanding that client and supplier base, strong negotiation skills, thinking strategically about long-term growth.
And collaborating with other departments too, logistics, finance, marketing, engineering. At this level, it's not just about your team's sales, it's about how your whole division contributes to the company's overall success.
It's cool to see that career progression. Before we get too far ahead, let's bring it back to those interview questions. We talked about how RoleCatcher can help tailor your answers and practice your delivery. Can you tell us more about those AI tools?
Imagine having a personal interview coach available 24/7. That's what RoleCatcher's AI is like. Their CV resume builder, it analyzes job descriptions and suggests improvements to make your application stand out.
So it's like having an expert eye going over your resume, making sure it highlights the skills and keywords that this company cares about.
Exactly, but it goes way beyond the resume. Their interview practice feature is where it gets really cool. You can record yourself answering common interview questions and get AI-powered feedback. on your content, your delivery, even your body language.
Wow, so it's not just what you say, but how you say it. The AI can pick up on those subtle cues that can make or break an interview.
It can. It picks up on hesitation, filler words, even a lack of confidence in your tone. Then it gives you personalized suggestions to improve so you come across more confident and polished.
Incredible, like a secret weapon for your interview.
It is. And remember, the AI helps tailor your answers to specific roles too. It analyzes those keywords they emphasize in the job description, suggests ways to weave them into your responses naturally.
Okay, let's imagine a classic behavioral question. Tell me about a time you had to negotiate a difficult deal.
With RoleCatcher's AI, you could input the job description and get suggestions on how to craft a compelling answer that highlights your negotiation skills and aligns with what that company is looking for.
So instead of some generic example, you're tailoring it to show your experience with contracts, your understanding of the industry, even how you handle pressure and resolve conflict.
Exactly. It's about showcasing your skills in a way that resonates, makes you stand out.
Starting to see how powerful these AI tools can be. It's not about replacing your skills and experience. It's about amplifying them, presenting them in the best light possible.
That's it. RoleCatcher is about empowering you, giving you the tools and resources to succeed in your job search and take your career to the next level.
All right, let's get back to the career guide insights. We talked career stages, but it also highlights some important industry trends, right? Things anyone interviewing for this role should be aware of.
Absolutely. It emphasizes staying up to date on everything happening in the textile industry. Shifts in supply and demand, pricing trends, all those big tech advancements.
So even if you're a seasoned pro, there's always something new to learn. What are some key areas to focus on right now?
Sustainability is huge. Consumers want eco-friendly products, transparent supply chains. Textile manufacturing has a big environmental impact, so companies are trying to minimize waste, conserve resources, adopt more sustainable practices.
So if you can talk about sustainable textile production methods or machinery that's good for the environment, that's a major plus in an interview.
Definitely. And the digital revolution is transforming the industry. Automation, digitalization, it's changing everything. More robotics in manufacturing, AI systems for quality control, data analytics to optimize production.
If you're tech savvy and can talk about those advancements, 3D weaving, digital printing, smart sensors, you're setting yourself apart.
You are, and RoleCatcher's resources can help you stay ahead of the curve. Their career guide links to publications, professional groups, online forums where you can connect with experts, learn about the newest innovations.
This is all fantastic information. I'm feeling much more prepared, both in terms of showcasing what I know and showing that commitment to the industry. But let's not forget the softer side of things. We've talked skills and experience, but what about those personality traits that can make or break an interview?
You're right, technical expertise is only part of the equation. Interviewers look for those intangible qualities, the personality traits that fit the wholesale merchant role.
So what are some key traits that really stand out to employers?
Enthusiasm. Genuine passion for this industry is crucial. You're not just selling a machine, you're selling your expertise, your ability to build those strong relationships. That passion will show in how you interact with clients and suppliers.
It's not just reciting facts, it's conveying that excitement, your belief in what textile technology can do.
Exactly. And confidence is key. Believe in yourself, your skills, your ability to thrive in this role. That confidence shows in your body language, your tone, your overall demeanor.
Confidence is contagious, right? If you believe in yourself, others will too.
Right. And confidence often comes from being prepared. The more you research the company, the industry, the more confident you'll feel going into that interview. RoleCatcher can help you every step of the way.
Now, I'm curious, are there any common pitfalls to avoid? Things that would make an interviewer say, nope, not a good fit.
One mistake is being too focused on just the transactions. Closing deals and hitting targets are important, but wholesale merchant is so much more than that. You're a consultant, a problem solver, a relationship builder.
So don't just rattle off numbers. Show that you understand the client's needs, offer solutions, build those long-term partnerships.
Exactly. And never badmouth previous employers or colleagues. It's unprofessional.
Always focus on the positive. Show how your past experiences helped you grow and learn.
Right. Another pitfall is seeming complacent, unwilling to learn new technologies and adapt. The textile world is always changing, so you need to be a lifelong learner.
Don't be afraid to talk about courses, certifications, even your personal interest in staying up to date.
Exactly. RoleCatcher's career guide and skill guides are packed with resources for this.
Okay, feeling much more confident now.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, let's touch on the work environment. You mentioned it's usually office-based, but with some travel for trade shows. Can you elaborate on that?
Of course, you'll spend most of your time in an office, but attending trade shows and industry events is a big part of the job. It's where you meet clients and suppliers face to face, build those relationships, see what's new.
What's the vibe like at these events?
Picture a huge exhibition hall filled with cutting-edge textile machinery, from giant looms to intricate embroidery machines. You're surrounded by experts, potential clients, even competitors. Fast-paced, high-energy, lots of networking, showcasing your company's products and services, gathering information.
Sounds like a great place to put those communication and interpersonal skills to work.
It is. It's a chance to immerse yourself in the world of textile machinery. See the latest and greatest firsthand.
The career guide also mentions wholesale merchants working with other departments, logistics coordinators, financial analysts.
Right. You'll collaborate with them to make sure things run smoothly, manage inventory, handle the finances of your deals. Everything's coordinated from a logistical and financial standpoint.
So it's a role that demands collaboration and communication across different teams.
Exactly. It's a great example of how a wholesale merchant's role goes beyond just buying and selling. You're crucial to the success of the whole company.
This has been so insightful. We've covered so much interview questions, career paths, the day-to-day reality of this dynamic role.
And we've barely scratched the surface of RoleCatcher's resources. I highly recommend checking out their website, using those amazing tools and guides.
Absolutely. Before we move on to part 3, where we'll dive into specific interview scenarios and strategies, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question.
Sounds good.
Think back to what got you interested in this field in the first place. What excites you the most about textile industry machinery, and how would you convey that passion to a potential employer?
That's a great question. Really think about it. Your genuine enthusiasm, that spark that drew you to this field, that's going to be your biggest asset in that interview.
We'll be back soon with more insights and advice. And we're back. Final part of our intensive prep session for that wholesale merchant interview in textile industry machinery.
Feeling ready to tackle those tough questions?
Definitely. We've broken down the role, explored the industry, and even got some help from RoleCatcher's AI. But now it's game time. Let's simulate some real interview scenarios, see how you, our listener, can put all this knowledge into action.
Love it. Let's get practical.
All right, scenario 1. The interview's going great. The hiring manager leans back and says, "What are your salary expectations?" That question always makes me nervous. Best way to handle it.
It's a classic, and it can be tricky. The key: be prepared. Do your research beforehand. Websites like Glassdoor or Salary.com, they can give you a good idea of the typical range for this role in your area. Think about your experience, what you bring to the table.
So not just pulling a number out of thin air. You've got data and a clear sense of your own value.
Exactly. Be honest and confident. Don't undersell yourself, but be realistic. If you're not sure about a specific number, giving a range is totally fine.
Makes sense. Okay, what if they throw a curveball, like, tell me about a time you failed? Ugh, no one likes talking about their failures, right?
True, but everyone makes mistakes. It's less about the failure itself, more about how you handle setbacks, learn from them, and apply those lessons.
So not pretending to be perfect, but showing you're self-aware, resilient, that you have a growth mindset.
Exactly. Pick an example that's relevant to the role, explain the situation briefly, then focus on what you learned. What did you do to improve? How did it shape your approach?
Framing it as a learning experience rather than just a failure, that's key.
Absolutely. And hey, remember RoleCatcher's AI tools. Those can help you practice answering these behavioral questions. Record yourself, get that feedback. Really refine your delivery until you feel good about sharing those experiences.
All right, one last scenario. You're nearing the end. The hiring manager asks, "Do you have any questions for me?" Might seem like a throwaway, but it's actually a huge opportunity.
It is. It's your chance to show you're really interested, get some valuable information, and make a lasting impression.
So what are some insightful questions that go beyond the basics?
Think about what you really want to know. About the company, the team, the role. Ask about their culture, their vision for the future, their approach to professional development. Ask about team dynamics, the leadership style, or the specific projects you might be working on.
And this is where that pre-interview research comes in handy.
Totally. If you've taken the time to learn about them, you can ask much more targeted and thoughtful questions.
So skip those generic questions you could just Google. Show them you've done your homework.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask about what matters to you. Work-life balance, Growth opportunities, those are all fair game.
Okay, we've covered so much in this deep dive. I'm feeling way more prepared for that interview.
Me too. Remember, listener, preparation is everything. Research the company, the industry, the role. Practice your answers and use those role catcher resources, their AI, their guides, their practice features. They can really make a difference.
Technology can be a real game changer in your job search.
And most importantly, believe in yourself. Showcase your passion, your skills, what makes you unique. You got this.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. Good luck with that interview, and we'll catch you next time for another deep dive into the world of work.